All right, chat, we here. Close that door. Close it. Trying to adjust the camera. Who in here with me, man? Who in here with me? My bad, Joe. My bad. My bad. That's not what I wanted. All right. The deal. What's the deal? What's the deal? Hey, did y'all catch that interview I did last night with Blueface's alleged victim? All right, let me see. I'm gonna give y'all the live. I'm never good at working this on my PlayStation like I am on my phone. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. I'm not good at this. My bad. I ain't the best. I know how to get to all the shit on my. Yeah, but how do I get to like the like the videos where it's like my lives and all that kind of stuff? She better at it than I am. Here. Oh no, you don't know either. If you don't know either, just there's no point for us to both be confused together. But I'm saying you pointed like you handed like you knew what you was doing. If you could hand it to you, so we could figure it out together. I'm just saying, you looked at me like, "Oh, I got it," and then I said, "You know what to do," and you look like, "Well, not really." So, do you? We both don't know. We both don't know. But this is what I was gonna do. Yeah, we doing it. We doing a chili giveaway today too. We doing a chili giveaway today too. Oh, so I got. It's like, you know what? It don't even make sense to play the live because I forgot that I didn't even go live with these niggas until midway through the interview. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put a video up. I'm gonna just play it off the regular page. Oh, all right. Then I just put it in my history, and then I can just play it off this. Boom. Now it's my history. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's Trevor's happening? And we're doing a chili giveaway today at noon, 12 noon today. Yeah, my bad. My okay. How you doing? I'm with Strapper. I represent Strapper's Network. How you doing? I'm good. How are you? Well, obviously, I know how you're doing, consider your situation, but you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing fine. I just, leave me until I show the evidence and I'm in the process of doing that for you. So this is what I'll say about it, because I imagine that, you might have the legal situations and all that kind of stuff. So obviously you don't have to do or say too much, because if you're doing something where you're involved in the police, you got a lawyer, you got to keep that close to you. So, right. But I will say that there is alleged histories and allegations of WACK covering up certain things and certain, certain acts with certain individuals. Right. And he called my phone, like cussing me out, calling me all types of calls and all this other that didn't really even have nothing to do with it. He kept trying to like, I'm trying to explain the story to him, and he keeps trying to like misconstrue my words. Like, it's like I don't even know why I'm talking to you. Nothing, but how did you even meet these people? So I'm from Yakima. Where's that at? I'm from LA. I have no idea what that's at. It's in Washington. It was like the second show. It was like the fourth show that they had in on the tour. So you're from Washington State? Yes. Okay. And so, oh shit, that was fast. And so I go to school in the academy, as you see. I'm getting my public. Yeah, I'm getting my talking. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting my cosmetology license. I've already been doing hair for 4 years now, so I've been taking clients. So when they do try to have me do hair at school, I don't like to because I don't get paid to do hair at school. So I had this guy named John. I don't know if he's security or what he does, but him and WACK came to the school to get their. Hold on, sister, before you pull out me. No, that's a dark skin dude. Third. No, it actually, I have a picture actually. I just sent it to you so that you can have an idea. Put a face to like the. Yeah, send it to me. I can see it on my other phone. Yeah. This is one of the people that are trying to interview me. You're not even like the first person that's trying to get an interview out of me. So many people are texting me right now, and it's like. But no, it's important that you get your story heard because this isn't something that should be swept under the rug. Yeah. You said sorry. Sorry. I was like, if I just do my hair now, I'm too sure I'm gonna know. But okay. So let me send you this picture. There's so many screenshots in my phone right now. It's insane. Yeah, I got my phone right here so I can see it. So it's the one that's doing this in the picture. Sure, with the kufi on. Yes. Okay. That he asked the school if who brings and everyone. I'm the only Black person that goes to my school, so everyone goes. Huh? That's a dude. Yes. Okay. And I can also show you the rings that I did because I also got the video of clothes, and that is in the hotel room because since they only had the black truck and the tour, but no way to come to the suite to my suite where I do hair out of to get his hair done. Okay. So he asked me to come to the hotel room. I came to the hotel room. It's him and the light skin guy that's standing behind him. Yes. Got it. Okay. And so the guys that are like in there, him and the other guy, they're like, mind you, I had no intention on going to the show. I know how my city gets. My city is ghetto as fuck. I had no intentions on going to the show at all. But they're like, no, you should come out. Like, we're gonna get you your drinks. We're gonna make sure you're taken care of. You're gonna be backstage. Like, and I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I'll come. I heard what's here. I went by myself, unfortunately. Okay. I mean, listen, you learned. Yeah. I finished his hair. He walks me downstairs, and he's like, "Do you want to go meet the guys on the bus?" I get on the bus. I'm not even putting names to faces because I listen to these people, but I don't follow them. Like I just now follow them on Instagram, but I don't follow these people. I don't know what you guys look like. So he's asking them like, "Does anybody need their hair done before the show?" I twisted up I touched up Haley Baby's hair at the top, and then it took a little longer. The doors opened at 7, so EKE is like, you know, can you come back in the morning and retwist my hair before we leave because they're supposed to leave at 1. And I was like, yeah, I got you. When it comes to my hair business, I don't play. Like, I will go anywhere and to make sure I'm running my business professionally. And so then I go home, I get ready. John's like, call me when you're outside and I'll come get you. I called him. Whose hair you braiding? Yes. Okay. I can't remember. I told this LJ. That's what he told me to say to us. Okay. And so then I get to the venue. He comes outside, he gets me, and I'm at the merchandise table with them. I'm low key trying to help people sell shirts. I'm, I'm walking around with the shirt that they gave me to put on to try to promote the shirts. Him and the other guy behind him are going to the bar. They're getting me drinks, and I mean drink after drink after drink. Like it was a lot. And so great time. I think I had a strip up, and then um, when he took me to the bus when I finished his hair, he gave me 2 shots of Hennessy. So like I had already been drinking. You were already, right? And so then, yeah, so they're buying me mixed drinks. They're giving me shots. I go backstage. Now I'm confident. I'm out on the out in the dirt when One Take J is going on. I'm kind of everywhere. That now I'm in the back VIP where Blueface and everybody's at. I get my picture with Blueface. I'm meeting everybody like officially because since I was on the bus doing hair. I appreciate everybody who's in the live, man. Hit me with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe. Kirk, I see you in here. Mods, I see you in here. Charlie, I see you in here. Two Tone, I see you in here. Broski, I see you in here. I hope everybody's doing great this beautiful Sunday at 12 o'clock noon. We will be doing this Chili Honor giveaway. So make sure that you drop as many comments as you can. Make sure that you make this as fun as you can because we are giving away Chili Honor on this beautiful Sunday morning. Hit a like, hit a hype, hit a good comment, subscribe button. You feel me? Hey, Kirk, man, look, if that's your opinion, bro. You ain't got to redact it and retract it. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like she is a little bit of a flu flammerist herself, that's your opinion, bro. I ain't mad at you for thinking that she a flu flammerist. But with that all being said, man, like, comment, subscribe, hype it up, hype it up, hype it up. Hit that like, hit that hype, hit that good subscribe button, type in, tap in, tap in. Let's get into it. Let's go. Hit the comments, hit the likes, run the likes up, man. Run the likes up. Like me up. It's nobody. Like when I was there doing hair. But um after the show, John asked me, "Are you coming back to the hotel to kick it with us?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go, let's go." Just and we end up actually getting there before Blueface didn't get there because he said that they were doing some meet and greet stuff still. So I was only at the hotel room for maybe 10 minutes before they pulled back up, and then He took me downstairs again to the tour bus. At the show, I'm already dancing on EKE. We're kind of, already talking or whatever. Y'all vibing. Right. So on the bus, we're doing the same thing. I'm dancing on it. I got videos of all of this. I didn't take them personally, but people that were on the bus have videos like of me and EKE together. Okay. And so then, and that was consensual. That you guys were enjoying each other's company as adults. Yes, but I did not do nothing with EKE that night. Okay. I didn't do anything with him that night. He told me to come up to the room with him so he could change his shirt. I went to the room with him. He changed his shirt, and I adjusted his chain like I was helping him change his shirt, since that's what you called me up here for. We go back downstairs. Later on during that night, EKE ends up going upstairs for the rest of the night. Now, and some of the videos, I'm dancing, I'm twerking, and the DJ actually comes up behind me. He smacks my butt and grabs my private area. Wow. So I was like, oh, okay. On that, and that's what I seen in the video. I don't remember none of that part. So by then, how many drinks did you say you had? I'm sorry? By then, how many drinks would you say you had? Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. People are pouring shots in my mouth. Back to I probably had maybe over 12, 13 drinks. And then, I'm sorry, not to be too personal, but do you mind telling us your age? I'm 24. So at 24 years old, do you think that maybe they took advantage of you being kind of from a smaller town, being caught up in a moment? I wouldn't say that because, Blueface was really nice. All the other guys were really nice. Even from what I remember, like, the DJ wasn't a creep. It was like everybody was cool. So I guess that's probably why I felt comfortable to get that loaded. Right. Which, I don't want these people at the end of the day, and I should have been more responsible, and that's on me. But, you live and you learn, and that's what I was trying to do. there's parts of the night where I just do not remember anything. Even that whole argument between the light skinned girl and the security guard that was on the bus. Did you see those videos? Yeah, I saw those videos. I passed out in the back. I didn't hear nothing of this argument until I woke up the next day and seen it on my phone. So then, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. Um, there's glimpses like that. Like I kind of remember, but I don't know the full story. Of the DJ passing me the blunt, I hit the blunt. I remember him taking me up to a room and it being pitch black in the room. The DJ. Yes, but I do not remember what we did once we got into the room. I don't remember leaving out of the room. Like my phone went away, and then I'm going back and forth because everything kind of clicks up eventually. You know what I mean? Like because I'm still putting the pieces and everything together. So remember, you have to come back the morning of because they were leaving or whatever you wanted to say that before they left. So I didn't wake up the next day until 6 p.m. I don't even remember how I got home. Like my phone was dead by the time we left the show, and then when I get there, because I texted him, I was like, "Oh dang, like, did you guys leave already?" At this time, and he's like, "No, we're still here. Can you come?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course. You know, like I'll be there in a second. I just live down the street." And so I get there. I'm waiting. I go to the tour bus to see like if he's on the bus. It's one TK and then somebody trade that are on the bus. And then sorry, what's this train? That's all good. And then I'm like, is EKE down here? And they're like, no, but you can wait until he comes down here. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm waiting, and I'm like, damn, he's gonna take a long time. So I get up and I go back into the lobby. Once I walk into the lobby, EK like we damn near like ran into each other. Like we ended up meeting in the lobby. We go back to the bus. I do his hair. Well, I started doing his hair, but then it got dark. Lighting down here isn't very good. So I go to the room to do your hair. At this point, we've been laughing, talking, and then we go to the room. I'm still doing his hair, and then we're both like, dang, like we're hungry. And so we go to this Mexican restaurant that's across the street to go get some food. If I was trying to get money out of this, do you think I would have paid for this nigga's food? I paid for food. I paid for EKB's food, and then she paid for the cup water at the store. Okay. You know, it was like, okay, that's cool. I'm not really fair exchange. And so then we go back, we're eating the food, we're watching South Park, you know, we're vibing, we're talking, we're having a good time. I finish his hair. We go back down to the it's okay, son. Hold on. Sorry, so you pay for EKE's food? Yes. Which I offered, I had no problem. I get nothing out of nobody. So, you know, like you said, you're hungry, shit, I'm hungry too. Like, I don't mind. And so then, we finish eating, we finish his hair, we go back down to the bus. We're down there, and one of my clients works at a dispensary, and she had brought me this like cream chocolate bar kind of thing. So I asked EKE, I asked old milk dud looking nigga, and I asked the light girl. On the dark field, not the milk dud nigga. Yeah. Dark field. That's what I'm saying. Please go ahead. Yeah. So that's I believe him. I think that's third. Yeah. His name's Third. Okay. So it's been awesome because I haven't done it since I was 21, but I'm like, you know, we're all in here vibing, like, you know, I was just right. No, you can. And then you're 24 years old. You're essentially, you know, hanging out with the rappers for a night. You said, you know, you living your life. I'm just trying to have fun. Yeah, and so then, but just because you're trying to have fun doesn't mean that you deserve to be assaulted. Yeah, and so then, the guys there, you know, they're listening to beats, they're playing their unreleased music, and then the DJ comes in. Mind you, I met the DJ the night before, but he comes and shakes my hand and introduces himself to me again, like I didn't already meet you. And then I asked him, because it's still in my brain, even though I went back, I still was thinking, like, damn, how did I get home? Why would I take my clothes off? My panties are only on one leg. But wait, hold on. With me being time. Your panties are only on. How do you get to the point where your underwear are only on one leg? When I got home, after the show when I went to the after party. Somehow, I'm about to tell you how I got home, but I don't remember how I got home at the time. When I got home and I took my clothes off, when I woke up that morning, my panties were only on one leg under my shorts. And so then, and my body was sore, but I just figured that it was from me dancing. I was dancing all night. And so then, yeah, I asked him, I'm like, how did I get home? And who are you asking this question to? I asked the DJ how I got home. Because he's the last person's face I remember seeing. He goes, before anybody else in there could say anything, he goes, oh, you got your own Uber home. No, I didn't. My phone was dead. Mm. But you're lying. When you could have just been like, oh, we were kicking it, I got you an Uber home. But you're lying about how I even got home, which is weird. So the last person you remember being with was Bluefaces DJ. Like that's the last face I remember because he handed me the blunt. Okay. And then so yeah. So mind you, the day after the show, I texted one thing, Jay. I texted a couple people trying to figure out what the DJ's Instagram was because I could not find it for the fucking life of me. So then now it's Thursday, Friday, and I end up finding it. Because one of them posted him on his story and posted him on their story and tagged him. And so I click it, I DM him, I'm like, hey, I just want to know if you can help me kind of remember what happened. Instead of him texting me back, because I never accused anyone of something happened. I'm just trying to put the pieces together so I could know what went on that night because I genuinely do not remember. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. There's an audio it's supposed to be allegedly you saying that you were consenting to a sexual act with one of the guys. Is that actually you on the audio or is that not you? That was me because the second day when I came back, me and EKE were vibing. I didn't go there with no intentions on having sex with EKE. Okay. We went. So after I asked him that question, I had a weird feeling. Your consent to be with EKE, no one else. Exactly. Got you. Okay. So even if exactly. And then honestly, you're a lady. We don't even have to get into whatever you did with EKE. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. But that's your personal business. And I don't. I've already seen it. Okay, so we'll let you get to that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So there was a message that I had put out because after I didn't put it out, I sent it to the people that I had talked to that night. I sent it to LJ because I'm like, why won't nobody get back to me and try to help me try to figure out what happened? And so the same message I sent to LJ, I sent to WACK100 because at the end of the day, when you go to a motherfucking business, who do you contact when you have a problem? The manager? Manager, yeah. So you reached out to WACK100. I did. And then was this via Instagram? But he posted the messages of me texting John, the guy whose hair I braided. So how did you? Hold on, I'm sorry. My bad. You're okay. I know it's kind of like I'm kind of telling the story like everywhere right now, but I'm trying to get it to you as much as like I can, like as much as I remember, like. So my question to you is, you have your experience with EKE. That's again all consensual. Where does it go? Where does foul play become involved? The night before, and I got to deep into the room, and I remember going into a back room. So that's night, and then I'm sorry. Go ahead. Even with all that happening, because I didn't know what happened, I still came back the next day and did EKE's hair. So I'm sorry. Let's take it back to the night where you woke up the next morning. So you remember going into a dark room. The last person you remember is a DJ. You find yourself at home the next morning, and you have your shorts on, but one of your legs from your underwear are off. Yes. Okay. Are you like experiencing any symptoms that you have had any type of intercourse? Had you feel anything that you've been penetrating? My coochie did feel like sore, and Like if you know when you get like a rug burn. I can imagine. I've never been that, but like an Indian burn on your arm. Okay. Like it's just like from dry rubbing. Friction again. Like your skin breaks. Okay. That's how it felt. Like you were chafed down there. Yes. Okay. And so I mean, I'm still I'm still like trying to figure out what was going on because at the end of the day, maybe I was drunk and maybe I could have been flirting with him, but I don't have no recollection because nobody will tell me anything. So I mean you've had, your parts down there for 24 years, you're 24 years old. Did you feel like you had been um, penetrated sexually? Yes. Sheesh. And you don't. So, once your word, would you say that that was a willing? Was that something that you did consensually, or do you feel like not so much? No, because I don't remember doing it, but at the same time, it's like I keep going back and forth because it's like I don't remember doing it. But with me being drunk, I do get flirtatious. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I may have gave him the idea that I was going, but just like how I was so willing to give EKE a consent voice message, don't you think I would have did that for the DJ? Right. So you're saying the DJ is who the issue is with? Is what? I said, so you're saying the DJ is who the issue is with. That's where the discrepancy comes in. Yes. All right. So you go there the next day. How do you get in touch with WACK? Do you contact him on Instagram or Facebook? Do you actually? I texted him on Instagram. Okay. And how does that go? He just starts blowing up on me. It was no, let me try to figure this out, see what's going on. It was the straight, I don't play these childish ass games. Don't get law enforcement. Da, 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 da. Like, matter of fact, I'm going to screenshot that soon. Oh, so these are text messages. These aren't even voice messages. These are text messages. Okay. Wow. He sent them? He sent some of them, yes. You gotta be quick, man. They're fast. You gotta be quick with these YouTube dudes. You gotta be fast. I know. Like he saved the one where he was like, go find your mental health. And then so I'm assuming he erased all the ones where he's talking trash to you, cursing you out, calling out your name, all that. Yes, but a lot of it that he said was he called me. He called you the same way. Yes. I called him because I'm like, when I seen the post, I texted him, I was like, that's crazy that you just tried to expose me for coming to you for clarity. I didn't even take this to social media. You're a sick person. So wait, when you say the post, what post are you talking? I'm sorry. When you say the post, the post that WACK100 posted of me. And that's where can you I didn't read the messages, I just heard the audio. What did the message say? You want me to read it to you? If you could. Because these are your messages to WACK, or these WACK messages to you? These are my messages to John. Okay. The guy whose hair I braided. Okay, got it. I said, because I texted, like I said, I texted the. Sorry, I'm supposed to be getting ready too. I had texted the I can't even think. I texted the DJ asking him what happened. It's after I texted him asking what happened. But I don't see my message. I put his page and he blocked me. The DJ's blocked you. Have you asked him what happened that night? Yes, he never responded. He just blocked me. Okay. And so then now I'm mad because I feel like motherfuckers are playing with me. I'm blowing the John's phone and I'm like, can you actually coach it? I'm like, can you like help me? Like somebody help me. Like that's basically what I'm saying. But I'll read the messages to you right now. Sorry, I just stopped. No, I get it. Well, in the meantime, while you're trying to find the messages, what was your conversation with WACK that led up to these messages? I'm sorry, that led into this whole going up. So I had, um, sorry, you go in here. I had texted the message that I sent John is the same message I sent to WACK. So it was saying, I said, hey, I'm not trying to bring you into anything. I sent him a screenshot of the DJ blocking me and then the message that I sent to the DJ. I said, hey, I'm not trying to bring you into anything, but that nigga did something to me the night of the show. I don't remember a lot, and that's why I'm passed out. That's why I was passed out like that. And then he lied about how I got home and then blocked me. When I tried to ask him what happened, because I just wanted to know what happened to me, that shit was weird and not cool. I don't want to need anything from nobody. I just needed help trying to figure out what happened to me because normal and nothing is adding up. And I said, like, I'm scared, and I thought I was safe with you guys. So do you feel like they took advantage of the fact that you thought that you were safe amongst around these guys, safe enough to let your guard down? Possibly. I don't. I honestly, I don't know. So you get to this conversation with like, you reach out to him, you finally get in contact with them. What does that conversation look like? Yeah. Wait, do you want to help me explain? Because you probably remember a little bit more than I do. Hey, Kate. About this is Kate. She's my friend. She was on the phone with you when we were on the phone. Um, he's really not letting me talk. He just keeps yelling over me. He's calling me all types of hoes. He's calling me um saying that I shouldn't be fucking strangers and um saying that his daughter would never do something like that and just saying a whole bunch of bullshit. And when I'm trying to explain the story to him, he's trying to misconstrue my words, like make them into something that I'm not saying. Right. He's manipulating your words. Like he's taking it as because they're all going with the narrative. Like that night of the show, I went upstairs and I saw D, and that's the only person that they see me go upstairs with. That nobody seen me go upstairs with the DJ. Right. And so he was like, "You fucking me and then what? You went to DJ? No, that's not what happened." That's okay. And so yeah, we're just going back and forth. My friend isn't liking how he's talking to me, so she kind of, inserts herself. And what did he say, friend? So he was like, I'm trying to think because I know it was so much. Um, he was like saying like, oh, so you think something happened and then you go back to fuck another dude the next day. And I was like, that's not what happened at all. And she told like he was not listening to what she was saying at all. And then because like I just said, I didn't remember what fully happened. Right. I'm thinking maybe I was just drunk and I could have done something, but the fact that nobody was trying to help me get any clues or let me know what happened, I don't know. So I'm just going off how I feel right now. My coochie hurts. That's an indicator. Regardless of if I did stuff with EK the next day, I didn't go there with that intention to do that with him. Right. I came there to work, we vibed, and we're grown. It goes. I mean, but then, we're not here again, even on my end, I'm not here to get into your business of what you consensually did with another adult. That's your bedroom activity. That's your bedroom activities. The bigger conversation here is how you're being treated and how you're being responded to, and you have these allegations that you're putting onto these gentlemen that should be taken a lot more seriously than what it seems like they're being taken. Yes, exactly. I appreciate you for even like trying to help me figure this out. So I know you're getting ready to go, but I do have a couple more questions for you. So how does this conclude with you and what? How does the conversation end? With me saying he's like, well, go get the proofs. Because he keeps saying, I don't harbor this. That he only cares about the truth, and that he only cares about the truth, and for me to go get law enforcement involved and to get the videos from the hotel and all this other. Like, okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I went to the hotel today after I got off the phone, and they said that they're waiting for the managers to come back in on Monday. So on Monday, I'll be going to go get the footage from the thing. But until then, tomorrow morning, I'll be up at the police station trying to figure out how I could get the video footage that I need. Okay. To rest my case. Because I have no reason to lie. So you're not even going for a civil lawsuit. You're going for actual criminal charges. Should this be able to be proven to be true? Exactly. Because you're not going to sit here and like make my character try to do something that it's not. I'm not no hoe. I'm not no. I'm not a groupie. That's not what I came here for. I came there to work. You're a 24-year-old girl. They seemingly found you while you were at school, at cosmetology school, because somebody needed their hair wet. Exactly. Yeah, it's not. Right. Keep in mind, I had no intent on going to the show. If I had intent on going to this, if I feel like it'd make me look more like a groupie if I was like, I really want to go to the show. I had no intent on going to the show. So, so you say you're moving forward with the police. You're moving forward with the police. Is there anything that you just want people to know? You know what I'm saying? Before we kind of close this out, I feel like it's pretty much understood. We got it from the top. If I understand correctly, as a quick little, I guess for lack of better words, a wrap up, you're a cosmetology student, you're 24 years old, you're at school one day. The dude, Jay, I'm sorry, what was his name? John comes in, he needs his hair braided. He gets his hair braided. Apparently, some other dudes on the tour might need their hair braided as well. You go braid some hair, you get your money up real quick. They say, hey, you want to come hang out? At this point, they're starting to feed you drinks all night. Some point in the night, everything goes black. The last thing you remember is being with the DJ. You wake up the next morning, your underwear are half off, your pants are on, but your underwear are half off. You're not really sure how you made it home. The biggest red flag comes up at that moment where you say, they're telling you that you called an Uber home, but that's impossible on your end because your phone is dead. So right. You can't call. I told Black too. I said, go check his Uber history. That was and go see if my address is in his Uber history. And what was his response to that? He was like, I'm going to go check right now. Never got no response. Because the Uber history would have shown that call was put in. Exactly. For sure. So you wake up the next morning, your private areas are indicating as you being a grown woman that somebody has penetrated you. You go, you talk to WACK about it, you get cussed out. Did you talk to EKE about this situation? What was his response? He told me that all he really asked me to do was saying his name in the comments for me to be like that consent was for someone else. Right. Instead of saying it was for EK. So why? I'm sorry. Go ahead. He told me on the phone that he remembers me asking the DJ what happened and how I got home, and that the DJ did confirm that I ordered myself home. So you go back the next. And since I didn't really know what happened, I remember EK went upstairs early. I didn't really tell him like, hey, this was going on. This happened. Well, I don't know what happened. Like, so he's really like, I didn't know like none of this was going on. Whole time, I guess the DJ and EKE got into it, and that's why EKE is not on the tour no more. Oh, did they get into it over you guys' situation? That's what WACK told me. So EKE is no longer on the tour with Blueface because EKE defended you against the DJ who took it. I don't know if he defended me. All I know is our argument was had. Okay. So an argument was had, and was the argument caused because of him speaking for you, or that's what you're not sure about? That's what I'm not sure about. Okay. WACK100 wouldn't really say what it was about, but he was trying to indicate that they were arguing about me. Okay, so it's safe to assume that you're the reason him defending you could possibly be one of the strong reasons why he's no longer on the tour, allegedly? Possibly. Okay, that is incredible. So you found where but the man that I'm saying hurt me is still on tour. Interesting. But the person that I consent to is off the tour. Interesting. So are you still in contact with EKE after the fact? We've been texting. As of right now, I've seen that he hasn't followed me on Instagram. Yeah. And I sent to my phone call earlier today. Damn. What was that conversation like earlier?
It was him like asking me to, instead of saying his name, to put like someone else and that.
Wait, what do you mean put someone else instead of his name?
Like instead of saying the consent was for EKE, he wanted me to say the consent was for someone else.
Why do you think he wants that? Why do you think? Oh, he doesn't want to be. You think
Because he doesn't want to be tied up in all of these. He doesn't want to be tied up in all of these allegations. Because he didn't, like I said, he didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, and then I mean, again, what you guys did again as consensual adults, nobody's business but you guys' own. You know what I mean? So EKE is off the tour. WACK puts out this audio, and in the audio, again, it is you giving consent, but it's you giving consent to EKE, not the DJ. And they're
Yes.
manipulating this to make it seem as if you're giving consent to the DJ.
Yes.
Oh, so it's maybe an attempt to kind of bury your story.
Exactly. You're a smart man.
Yeah, I read 100 books to get a free pan pizza. It happens. It happens. Now, moving forward, you said that you are going to the police. You said that you are filing charges. Um, is so tomorrow. This is. I'm going to say this, and this is nothing towards you, but this is just something that I've learned watching this media space, watching how things typically go. Is this something that you're really standing on tomorrow? You really do plan on getting up and going to this police
Yeah,
station?
because I'm not about to have this narrative of me out on social media like this.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
I can imagine.
I'm a small town girl. I've never been into nothing like this before.
Yeah, welcome to entertainment, man. It gets crazy over here.
Yeah. And then they're also pushing the narrative that I'm doing this to push my music out. I've been writing music since I was in high school.
Okay, so this is
The song that I posted, that has nothing to do with whatever has going on, because at the end of the day, once I really wasn't getting no answers from nobody, I was just about to turn it to the game and be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like if I did it, I did it, I just learned from my mistakes, and I just don't go up on myself no more. But the fact that he tried to take it as far as trying to expose me and hurt me verbally, I can't just charge it to the game and put it under the rug. Like, no, I have to say what I need to say, because or else it's gonna just keep happening. Because motherfuckers, they're scared of them or something.
well, with that all being said, man, I really do appreciate your time. I know you got some things to do tonight. Um, we'll definitely stay in contact with you because I do want to see a follow up of how the situation turns out for you. We are praying for the best. Um,
I appreciate it. Like I don't know how to feel.
I mean, the most you can do, like I will tell you, it's all about you making sure that you do get a mental healing, obviously a physical healing as well. And in every situation that you're in, you're only 24 years old. So obviously the men involved in the situation are significantly older than you. Some like 10 to 15 years in certain situations and instances. I would advise you, and this is just me coming to you as a man, you got to be a lot more game tight. And everything that glitters.
Yes, for sure. And I know that completely now.
Right. You got to be a lot more game tight. They came to your city.
That's just
Cool.
I'm a very trusting person, and I let my guard down, and I can't blame nobody but myself for that situation.
And that's it. So moving forward, make sure that you protect yourself. For health reasons, I would advise you maybe if you have like a clinic or a doctor, you might want to go get checked out. Everything was so cool. Like, that's smooth. You never know what everybody's walking around with. You feel me?
Exactly.
And since you didn't bring it up, it's safe to assume that everything's clear on that end as far as the doctor is concerned and all that. So that's definitely a positive, for sure, a positive. Any final statements before you and your homegirl step out for the night?
No, I not my girlfriend, like my girl who doesn't. No, I'm not. I'm late. Actually, I didn't even know that's my girl. You know, I appreciate the people that do believe me, and the ones that don't. The truth's always going to come to light, and karma, they're going to regret how they treated me and how they talked to me. So
There it is.
wish and be embarrassed and wish that you, hey, that's cool. And I wish that you would have believed me the first time I said it.
There it is. So we will follow up with you. You guys enjoy your night. I'll tap in with you later on the week and we'll see what's going on. I'll get an update from you.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Y'all be safe. Enjoy your night.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Big shout out to the Mash Trooper, man. That's on Instagram, Mash Trooper. They won a chili giveaway. Make sure y'all tap in with that. I'm finna get back into these videos. I'm probably, are we going to do the laptops things today or are we gonna do that tomorrow? Wife. Yes, that's today. We finna get up out of here to the next one, oh man. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. We are gone. Shout out to the Mash Trooper for winning that chili giveaway. More chili will be given away at the 40,000 at the 40,000 subscriber mark.